Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a very exciting one because it's one of those self-development, self-improvement challenges that I absolutely live for. You guys know anything that has to do with improving yourself, setting goals, being focused on yourself, self-awareness, self-care, I am always here for it. And it's also that time of the year where you go back to the beginning of the year, the resolutions, the vision boards, just to see what you have done and what you haven't done. And if I'm being honest and being realistic, we've all experienced that emotion of disappointment at this time of the year when you go back and you're like, oh my God, I really haven't done all the things that I set out to do for this year. I have not hit any goal. Life happened. We usually think our year will go a certain way, but in reality, it doesn't really go that way. And you're thinking at this point, we have less than 3 months left in the year 2024. What can I do different? Can I even achieve anything at the end of the year? Can I do something? Can I hit a goal? Can I still get a milestone? That's why we're discussing today. Yes, it is absolutely possible to hit that goal before the year runs out. It is still possible to make 2024 the best year of your life. It is still possible to end 2024 with a bang. And we're here to talk about how we're going to do that, what we're going to do, and the steps we need to take. Before we get right into this video, if you're new on this channel, my name is Lucy. I hope you stay. We have a good time on this channel. Hit the subscribe button and be part of this beautiful family. If you want to see behind the scenes of my life and just personally what I do with myself on a daily, follow my other social media handles, Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to have them linked below. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. The theme for this challenge is isolate, disappear, and become unrecognizable in 30 days. Yes, this challenge is for 30 days. And yes, again, you can achieve your goals in 30 days. You can pick the pieces back up. You can focus or refocus. You can put yourself together, get your goals rolling, hitting that mark, trying to reach that milestone in 30 days. One of the reasons why this is also exciting for me is because I'm joining you guys to do this challenge. There was a point in 2024 where I kind of lost track. Life was lifing and I steered away from my path. At this moment, I'm trying to put things together, rearrange myself, get my head straight, try and achieve the goals that I need to achieve before the year runs out. And I thought to bring you guys in on this challenge because I know a lot of us can definitely relate, but looking at the year literally passed us by and we're like, oh my God, we have so much that we haven't accomplished. We haven't really been as focused as we thought we would be from the beginning of the year. I'm here to tell you that that's completely okay as well. You're human and life happens to us sometimes, you know? At this point, we need to sit down, get our pen and paper, take that vision board, rearrange things, focus and get things done, okay? And I've put together a couple steps that I'm personally taking on this journey and I want to share that with you so you can implement it and let your 30 days challenge start tomorrow, okay? Our first step is to set a realistic goal for this 30 days. When I say realistic goal, I'm not necessarily focusing on multiple goals, but just one goal. My idea is to pick one thing specifically that I really want to achieve for this 30 days, no matter how small it is. And if you're confused, you're thinking of what you could pick for this 30 days, I want you to think about something that would make you feel good at the end of the day or at the end of the 30 days, something that you know that you can take a deep breath and say, okay, if I can achieve this for 2024, realistically, I will feel good about the year in total. So I'll feel good about the entire year if I'm able to achieve this one thing. I keep saying realistic because I know we have big dreams and we plan good and big things for ourselves, but don't forget that this is a 30 days challenge. We have to fit something realistic into this 30 days. A couple of examples could be fitness. Maybe at the beginning of the year, you wanted to hit a certain number on the scale. Although I know that a whole year could be a bulky number, but for 30 days, you can at least get to a decent number on that scale. Or let's say you were thinking of saving a particular amount at the end of 2024. You can set a savings plan for 30 days. Your savings goal can be $1,000 as opposed to when you had $10,000 for the beginning of the year, or you could be $500 or $800, depending on your job and what you can truly afford. Your goal can actually be starting to make inquiries or gather the information for the business that you want to start. So when you're ready to start the business after the 30 days, you already have a good starting point. Or it could be that now you're finally trying to categorize and filter the people in your life. You've always wanted to do it, but you were just lazy, you were sluggish, you were procrastinating on this particular matter. Now is the time for you to start filtering and categorizing people in your life. That is definitely a good goal. After you set the goal, you know exactly what you want to achieve in the next 30 days. The next step is to understand that this is a personal commitment. So when I say a personal commitment, I mean this is something that you are agreeing with yourself to do for you. This is a personal race, a personal journey, and you don't want anybody interfering with this journey. So this is where the isolation comes in. Isolation doesn't always have to be a complete dry fast from humans. It just means that in this current moment or this 30 days challenge, you are focused on yourself. How I am isolating the next 30 days is no or reduced human physical interaction or connection. So what I'm doing is I wouldn't necessarily cut out communication with people in my life, not completely, but it will be reduced significantly. I would attend to things that are only priority, important, or urgent, like emergency cases. In the next 30 days, everything is about me. I want to be by myself. I want to hear myself think. I want to be able to work thoroughly and be committed 100% into the 30 days challenge we're currently working on. Again, isolation doesn't have to be drastic. It just means that the things you used to do with people that would take up all your time, you're cutting them out. You're limiting physical contact with the people in your life. Instead of you grabbing a drink with your friends after work as you usually do on a daily, you're cutting that out to go back and work on this 30 days challenge. You're focused on you, you're prioritizing you, you're making your goal that you have set as step one the priority in your life for the next 30 days. Anything that does not service this goal, anything that doesn't push you forward with this goal, you're completely cutting out. Like I said, personally, I fast from humans, like physical human connection or interaction for a couple weeks, 30 days. I will do that. I will speak to them on the phone absolutely when needed, but to meet up with someone, to party, go to events, do all of that in the next 30 days, I am not doing it. But that's just personally to me, and I'm able to do that because my life is tailored in a way that I could easily accommodate that. But I can understand if your life cannot accommodate that, you just need to walk around what your life can truly accommodate. Now, the third step, which is absolutely important, I think is the most important thing during this journey. I want you to make a list of the things that prevented you from not achieving this goal earlier. So I'm pretty sure whatever this goal is that you're trying to aim for the next 30 days, you already had it as a goal for the beginning of the year. It was one of the goals that you didn't hit earlier in the year. You're drawing that now and you're intensively working on it in the next 30 days. There must have been a couple things that prevented you from getting it done earlier. There are a couple of things that might have distracted you from getting it done. I want you to make a list of those things. Why didn't you achieve this goal earlier? What was the reason? What stopped you from actually putting in the effort or the energy into doing this earlier? What was the thing that was pulling you away from this goal earlier in the year? For instance, if fitness is your goal that you're about to work on for the next 30 days, what were the reasons why you couldn't start this fitness journey earlier? It could be your eating out habit, or it could be your ordering habits, like ordering food online every day, just that comfort thing that you do on a daily. It could also be you partying every weekend, or it could be that one person that dangles food in your face every single day or every time that you want to actually pour into this side of you to be healthy and to be fit. There is that one person that always introduces you to one new restaurant or tries to make you try new foods and new drinks, and you just cannot resist it. So what are the things? Make a list of the things that have prevented you from achieving this goal in the past. And when you've made that list, I want you to consciously avoid those things. What I personally recommend you do after you've written this list down is, by the side of the list, write what you could do different that would help you avoid these mistakes or these distractions moving forward. So say for instance, you say this person that's always introducing you to new restaurants or dangling food in your face, wanting you to try this and that on a daily or on a weekly, just avoid the person. Okay, so what you write by the side of that is avoiding Lisa or avoiding Lucy, you know, avoid Lucy or learn to say no to Lucy or express how I feel about them dangling these options of food in my face, knowing fully well that I'm trying to hit a fitness goal or I want to start this journey. Or maybe you just didn't express to them that you're on a fitness journey or you're trying to be fit. Then you write, tell Lucy that you're about to start a fitness journey and they need to understand and respect that journey, help you through that journey by not dangling food in your face or inviting you out every weekend. Just write what you can do on the side to prevent that from happening again, okay? So you make the list of the things that prevented you or stopped you from achieving this earlier in the year, and then you make the resolution by the side stating what you can do to prevent that mistake or that distraction from happening again. I hope we're at the same point by now. Okay, now, fourth thing that we want to do in this process is make a daily routine that you know would help you hit this goal. Something you have to be committed to on a daily that will put you one step further into achieving this goal. So going back to the example of fitness, now you need to make a fitness routine. So your daily routine could be achieving 10,000 steps a day or 5,000 steps a day, cutting what you eat, including intermittent fasting on a daily in your life. I've told you guys previously about this app. It is called Fastic, and I use it for my intermittent fasting. Just in case your goal is really fitness, Fastic is a really good app. Fastic will help you keep track of the times that you're eating from when you start to when you stop. If you don't know what daily routines you need to put together for a certain goal, I'll advise you go online, do your research on this goal that you're trying to hit. I'm pretty sure there are other people online that have pretty much done this before, and they're also experts on the field or on the goal that you're trying to hit. Take them, the things they do, and use that to create a routine for yourself. Use your research, what you find online. It is free. You can go ahead and collect information and make sure you implement them nicely and accurately in your life. Now that we've come this far, we have set things in motion. At this point, we are motivated. We're already working on hitting this goal. The next thing that you want to do during this time is make sure that you're having weekly check-ins. Check-ins on your progress so far, what you're doing, if it's truly working for you, what you need to switch around, what you want to make different. You always need to have weekly check-ins just to make sure that you're on track. Make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do and at when you're supposed to do it. And the most important thing you want to check in at this time is also how you feel. How you feel about the progress, how you feel about what you're doing. How does it make you feel? Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel fulfilled? Because you want to make sure that what you're doing makes you feel good. You want to make sure that you're actually chasing the right thing that you should be chasing, the right goal that you're chasing. You want to make sure that what you're doing really aligns with you. So as you're checking in on your progress, your daily routines, and if you're actually hitting the mark, you need to also check on yourself emotionally and mentally as well. Am I doing this right? Do I feel good about what I'm doing? Now, the last thing we're going to do for this challenge is make sure that we're celebrating ourselves at each milestone. For instance, with Fastic, right? You see you're fasting from the beginning of the week to the end of the week, and even the app itself congratulates you on the last day of your fast. As long as you've been consistent with it all through the week, they always give you some confettis and balloons at the end of every week, and that's what I want you to do for yourself personally. So we have 4 weeks, and in that 4 weeks, every end of the week, when you have completed your goals and your things for that week, I want you to celebrate that milestone, because that gives you the motivation to keep going. When you're celebrating yourself, when you're celebrating your win, just make sure you're not doing something that will take you back to square one. So don't celebrate your win with a drink or a large meal, for instance, if it is a fitness goal that you have, if that makes sense. So don't celebrate with something that will literally take you to square one. Make sure that you're being mindful, you're being demure, you're being conscious of the celebration or the way you're celebrating your win, but just make sure that you're keeping tab of the milestones. That gets you really excited to continue the challenge. That gets you really pumped up to keep going. Okay, now this is everything that we're doing for the next 30 days. This is how we're going to put our life back in motion. We're going to pick ourselves back up, the pieces that has probably been shattered and crumbled throughout this year, because quite frankly, we've had one hell of a year. I know I personally have had one hell of a year. We're humans. There are a lot of things that happens in our lives. Often seen events and circumstances happen. It's part of the journey. It is part of the story. It's something that is pretty much inevitable. But what we can do though is pretty much pick ourselves back up when life life throws us lemons and stones, okay? So I hope you're embarking on this journey with me. I'll be really, really excited to hear from you guys. If you're actually going to join on this challenge, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know also your progress if you care to share. Like I said, it's a personal journey. It's a personal commitment. We don't have to know. People don't have to know in your life. You don't need to tell anybody about it. This is something that you're working on for yourself. And also for me, it is something I'm working on myself. And that's the reason why I'm not sharing what my 30 days goal is. You don't need to share it either. You can share when you're done with the journey, when you're done with the challenge. You can share if you want to share with your friends and loved ones. But while you're on it, I'll really encourage that you keep it private and walk through it by yourself, okay? Now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave me a like, a thumbs up. Also, your thoughts below will be very, very much appreciated. Follow me on my social media, Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to have all of that linked below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Those of you that are listening in your car, at your job, you at home, I don't care where you at. Turn this up right now, because we're about to go in. Hey, so everybody say